Hello students, so today we will be starting with a new topic. The new topic name is Judiciary. This chapter is present in the class 12 book of political science, and today we will be understanding that what do you mean by judiciary. So let us begin. Here, why do we need an independent judiciary? So what is the importance of an independent judiciary? You see, we have understood about legislature, the executive and the judiciary. So here we will be understanding about the third organ of the government, the independent judiciary. Now, in any society, here, now in any society, disputes are bound to arise between individuals, between groups, between individuals or groups and government. All such disputes must be settled by an independent body in accordance with the principle of rule of law. Now, there are disputes between the individual, among the society as well, also between the government. So, as a result, these disputes must be solved. How these disputes are solved? With the help of the judiciary itself. There is a principle of rule of law. With the help of the principle of the rule of law only, some of the incidents are being solved out. Most of the incidents are being solved out. Also, some of the disputes are being sorted out with the help of the judiciary itself. The idea of rule of law implies that all individuals, rich and poor, men or women, forward or backward caste, are subjected to the same law. The principal role of the judiciary is to protect the rule of law and ensure supremacy of the law. Now here, why judiciary is important? First of all, each and every individual has their own right. We all have equal rights, first of all. So judiciary actually defines that each and every individual is same before the law, first of all. And second of all, the principal rule of the judiciary is to protect the law and ensure supremacy of the law. Yes, to ensure the supremacy of the law, the judiciary is actually important. It safeguards rights of the individual, settle disputes in accordance with the law, and ensure that democracy does not give way to the individual or group dictatorship. Now here, if I talk about the judiciary itself, judiciary safeguards the right of the people. It safeguards the right of the people. Also, it safeguards the right of the people in accordance with the law itself. With accordance with the law, with accordance with the rule itself, the rights of the people are being protected and democracy is being served. So what is the main part of the democracy? Which means equality. Also, in order to be able to do this, it is necessary that judiciary is independent of any political pressure. Now, if I talk about judiciary, judiciary is independent of any political pressure, which means whatever decisions are being taken, it will be taken by the judiciary itself without any political pressure. Simple stated that independency of judiciary means the other organs of the government like the executive and legislature must not restrain the functioning of the judiciary in such a way that it is unable to do justice. The other organs of the government should not interfere with the decision of the judiciary. Now, what do you mean by the independence of the judiciary? How judiciary is independent? First of all, the other organs of the government. The other organs of the government, the executive and the legislature, must not restrain the functioning of the judiciary, which means the legislature and the executive will not interfere in the workings of the judiciary, first of all. And second of all, the other organs of the government or anyone should not interfere in the workings of the judiciary, such as the decision of the judiciary. Whatever the decision has been taken, it will all be taken by the judiciary itself without any interference. Also, judges must be able to perform their function without any fear and favor. So, under the judiciary, the judges are mostly important. So, without any fear, without any favor, the judges have to take decision. They have to do their own work. So, this is the meaning of the independent judiciary. Also here, independency of the judiciary does not imply arbitrariness or absence of accountability. Judiciary is a part of democratic political structure of the country. It is therefore accountable to the constitution, to the democratic tradition and to the people of the country. Now, if I talk about independency of the judiciary, which means here comes the accountability. The judiciary is accountable to each and every people of a country. To each and every rights of the people, the judiciary is accountable, first of all. And second of all, judiciary is a part of a democratic political structure. It is a part of a democratic political structure where it is accountable to the constitution itself, to the democratic tradition itself, and also to the people of the society itself. Which means here comes the constitution as well, the democratic traditions as well, and also to the people of the society. All are under the judiciary. If judiciary wants to answer something, the judiciary has to be accountable to the people, whether it is the constitution, whether it is the society, whether it is the people, and also to the democratic traditions. The Indian Constitution has ensured the independence of judiciary through a number of measures. The legislature is not involved in the process of the appointment of judges. In order to be appointed as a judge, a person must have experience as a lawyer or must be well versed in law. Political opinions of the person should not be the criteria for appointment to judiciary. Now, according to the Indian Constitution, first of all, it has been said that the legislature is not accountable for the appointment of the judges. Only the judiciary is accountable for the appointment of the judges first of all, and the judges must have a specific qualification to become the judge under the judiciary. Also, on the other hand, the political opinions are not the criteria. If an individual goes and gives any political opinion, then this is not the important criteria. Also, the judges have a fixed tenure. They hold office till reaching the age of retirement. Only in exceptional cases, judges may be removed. Otherwise, they have a security of tenure. Security of tenure ensures that the judges could function without fear or favor. First of all, if I talk about the judges here, they have a fixed tenure. Some of the judges are there, they will be working up to the retirement, they will be working up to 5 years. Some of the judges may be removed. If there is any kind of dispute, then the judges may be removed, but otherwise they have a fixed tenure and also a security of tenure. The security of tenure means without any fear, without any favor, they will be working under the judiciary. The judiciary is not financially dependent on either of the executive or legislature. The constitution provides that the salary or allowances of the judges are not subjected to the approval of the legislature. Now here comes about the salary term. You see, the salary is not provided by the legislature or executive to the judges itself. The judges have their own salary by the judiciary itself. And also you see, the salaries or the allowances are not subjected to the approval of the legislature. Now the legislature will not be giving any approval of the salaries and the allowances. It will be actually provided by the judiciary itself to the judges regarding the salary and the allowances. The actions and decisions of the judge are immune from personal criticism. The judiciary has to penalize that who are found guilty of contempt of court. Now here, the actions and decisions of the judge. The actions and decisions of the judge are immune from the public criticism. Though the public is criticizing the decisions of the judges, it is quite immune. They have to avoid it, which means the judges will be taking their own decision if the decision is right. The public also cannot interfere in the decisions of the judges. Also, on the other hand, the judiciary has to penalize those who found guilty of contempt of court. Now, the judiciary also has that right to penalize those people who does any kind of against the law. If any person under the judiciary is against the law, then they will be penalized by the judiciary. So these are the important points of the independent judiciary. So as we have come into this page, so if you want to know our academy is opening new courses for high secondary arts and commerce, and if you want to know more of the courses, then you can join the official WhatsApp group. You will be finding the official WhatsApp group in the description section itself. In the description section itself, you will be clicking the link and you will be joining the official WhatsApp group. In the official WhatsApp group, you will be knowing the daily class updates, the important announcements, the course details and notification, exam alerts and study materials. And also by joining the link, you will be know more regarding the courses of arts and commerce students of high secondary. And if you want to know more, then you can contact us in this number 8633911721. Here, appointment of judges. Now, how the judges are appointed, very, very important, how the appointment of judges are being carried out. You see, the appointment of judges is a part of the political process. It makes a difference who serves in the High Court and in the Supreme Court. A difference in how the Constitution is interpreted. Now, if I talk about the appointment of the judges here, it is a part of a political process first of all, and second of all, the judges, it makes a difference who serves in the High Court and the Supreme Court. The judges of the Supreme Court are appointed differently, and the judges of the Supreme Court are appointed differently. You see here, according to the experience of the lawyer only, those lawyers will be appointed in the High Court and the Supreme Court. Also, on the other hand, a difference in how the Constitution is interpreted. Now, according to the Constitution, how it is interpreted, by the Constitution itself only the judges are being appointed, which means according to the law, the judges are being appointed. The political philosophy of the judges, their views about active and assertive judiciary or controlled and committed judiciary have an impact on the fate of the legislation enacted. Council of Ministers, Governors and Chief Minister and Chief Justice of India all influence the process of judicial appointment. Now, here the political philosophy of the judges. The political philosophy of the judges has to be very much active and assertive judiciary. Also, it has to be controlled and committed judiciary have an impact on the fate of the legislation. You see, if I talk about the judiciary here, the judiciary must be active and assertive first of all, and it must have some of the committed judiciary over the fate of the legislature. Here we can say that the legislature is under the judiciary itself. Also, on the other hand, the council of the ministers, the governors, also on the other hand, the ministers and the chief justice are actually liable for the appointment of the judges. They will be actually in the process of the judicial appointment. Here you see, as far as the appointment of the Chief Justice of India is concerned, over the years, a convention has developed whereby the senior-most judge of the Supreme Court was appointed as the Chief Justice of India. Very, very important. Now, you see, the appointment of the judges is very much of a critical process and a democratic process. Ministers come. Also, on the other hand, the other official people like the Council of Ministers, the government and chief ministers also participate in the appointment of the judges. But here, if one of the judge is working in the Supreme Court and he is in high term, which means he is the senior most, then he will be appointed as the Chief Justice of India. Now, if the senior most judge is working in the Supreme Court itself for so many years, then he will be appointed as the Chief Justice of India. Here, the Chief Justice of India requires a lot of experience so that he can become the Chief Justice of India. The other judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court are appointed by the President. Now, the other judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court are appointed by the President. The President plays a role in the appointment of the High Court and Supreme Court judges. After consulting the Chief Justice of India, this in effect meant that the final decision in the matters of appointment rested with the Council of Ministers. Here, if there is appointment of the judges, then the Council of Ministers play a very important role. I hope you have understood this one. So here you see, one of the most important points, the senior most judge of the Supreme Court first of all becomes the Chief Justice of India, and if there is appointment of judges of the High Court and the Supreme Court, then the President will be appointing those with the help of the Chief Justice of India. Here, between the years 1982 and 1998, the court felt that the role of the Chief Justice was purely consultative, but it took the view that the opinion of the Chief Justice must be followed by the President. Very, very important. Between the years 1982 and 1988, during that time, Chief Justice was quite independent. It was quite independent and it was purely consultative. It was purely consultative. They used to consult. But now the Chief Justice of India have to take decision with the help of the President itself. With the help of the President itself, which means all the opinion, that the opinion of the Chief Justice must be followed by the President. Okay, this line, very, very important. Just see the line carefully. Between the years of 1982 and 1988, during that time, what had happened, Chief Justice was very much of a consultative type. They used to consult with the other Council of Ministers, but right now, the Chief Justice has really a very great power. They have really a great power, which must be followed by the President itself, which means the President must follow his opinion. Right now, the Chief Justice of India is considered to be very much powerful, which must be followed by the President itself, which means the President also cannot be against the Chief Justice of India. Also, finally, the Supreme Court has come up with a novel procedure. It has suggested that the Chief Justice should recommend the names of the person to be appointed in the consultation with 4 senior-most judges of the court. Now, finally, the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court has come up with a novel procedure. Now, what is the novel procedure? Has suggested that the Chief Justice should recommend the names of the persons to be appointed in the consultation with the most senior-most judges of the court. Now, if I talk about Chief Justice, if the Chief Justice want to take any of the important decision, then they have to first consult it with the senior-most judges of the court. Yes, with the senior-most judges of the court only they will be consulting it, and then they will be taking the important decision. You see here, if the Chief Justice of India is taking any of the decision, it has to be followed by the President itself first of all, and if they are taking an important decision, it must be consulted with the senior most judges of the Supreme Court or the High Court itself. So here, the Chief Justice should recommend the name of the person to be appointed. Yes, the Chief Justice will only recommend those people with whom they want to consult. The Chief Justice will actually recommend those people. He will be giving those names with whom they want to consult that important decision. Thus, the Supreme Court has established the principle of collegiality. A collegiality in making recommendation for appointment. Now here the principle of collegiality, very, very important. Here the principle of collegiality, or you can say the collegiality in making recommendation for appointment at the moment, therefore, in matters of appointment, the decision of the group of senior judges of the Supreme Court carries greater weight. Now here, if the appointment comes for the senior most judges, then it causes a greater weight, which means it's a very complex term. It is a very complex way to appoint the senior most judges, and that principle is known to be as the principle of collegiality, which means the appointment of the judges with the help of the recommendation, which means the recommendation will be done by the Chief Justice itself, and by the recommendation only the judges will be appointed with the help of the principle of collegiality, which means making recommendations. Also, on the other hand, in the matters of appointment, the decision of the group of the senior judges of the Supreme Court carries greater weight. Now, if I talk about the decisions here, now the decisions that are being made by the senior most judges, they are of high weight. Actually, if there is appointment of the judges, the Chief Justice of India, with the help of principle of collegiality, which means with the principle of recommendation, they will be actually discussing those with the senior most judges, and by that only the decision will be taken. The appointment of judges are being carried out. The senior most judges are known to be the most important person under the court. Thus, in the matters of appointment to the judiciary, the Supreme Court and the Council of Ministers play an important role. Here, if I talk about the appointment of the judiciary, the Supreme Court itself and also the Council of Ministers play an important role in the appointment of the judges under the judiciary. I hope so you have understood regarding judiciary. So today we have learned about the independent judiciary and how the judges are being appointed under the judiciary. So as we have come into this page, so as I have told you that our academy is introducing new courses for high secondary arts and commerce students. And if you want to know more regarding the courses, then you have to click in the description link to join the official WhatsApp group. To join the official WhatsApp group, you have to go to the description section here and you have to click the link, so that you can get the daily class updates, the important announcements, the course details and notification, and also the exam alerts and study material. And if you want to know more, then you can contact us in this number 86383 91721. And thank you for watching my video.